A number of young people in Ontario are now part of the UN World Food Forum. They are forging a path to creating better food systems, also bringing awareness to a growing problem around the world, including right here at home: food insecurity.
I think there is not a single country in the world where food and malnutrition is not in one form or another an issue.
With the launch coinciding with International Youth Day, Ontario is now home to the first North American chapter of the World Food Forum, a global platform that aims to transform food systems through the power of young people. Is there a specific reason why Ontario was chosen first to lead this in North America?
Well, actually, to be honest, we didn't choose Ontario. It was the Ontario youth that were choosing themselves because they were the most active, they were the fastest to start this chapter.
This chapter is led by the Zero Hunger Project and Feed Scarborough. Their founder, Suman Roy, attended last year's forum and noticed there was no North American representation.
So if we don't have the youth and having voice around the table and talk about our issue, which is a lot about access and income security and housing security, then these are left out of the conversation.
It comes as new data sheds light on growing food insecurity both in Canada and across the globe. Over 295 million people across 53 countries faced acute food insecurity in 2024. That's nearly 14 million more than the previous year, with hunger at record highs for the 6th straight year. Here in Canada, 1 in 6 people experienced food insecurity in 2022. This is a 5-point increase since 2018.
I think a lot of people see like food banks and food service delivery as kind of like the solution, but we know that that's a short-term solution. Something we want to focus on as well is kind of like the policy, the systemic transformation that needs to happen.
The North American chapter will also collaborate with other young people on combating climate change and its impact on agriculture globally.
We have to now think about how do we actually want to feed the future of our countries in view of what is going to happen almost inevitably.
The chapter here in Ontario is still accepting new members, and there is a hope that youth from coast to coast to coast will come together to eventually form a Canadian chapter.
It's about resilience, it's about sustainability, it's about affordability, it's about inclusion. And of course, above all, it needs to be led and co-led by youth.
Today's launch is leading up to the 2025 World Food Forum flagship event. That is taking place in October in Rome, and youth can take part virtually or in person. In Toronto, Afua Baah, City News.